Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Funhaus Podcast. It is June 11th, and we are here.
It doesn't come out on that day.
It's July.
And it's July, yeah.
It's July 11th.
Yeah, but it comes out on the 13th.
And
right?
this video, and for you, it's the 13th.
And the 14th.
Well, for Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, and it's any year.
It's the week of July 11th.
I am joined by Patrick Brown, Lindsay Washburn, and Charlotte Avery McCracken.
Okay, that works.
McCracken.
Close enough.
Yeah, that works.
Kraken.
You can just Avery and then you shut it off.
Oh no, where's my book? Damn it.
What?
I have a
Akira
book
volume?
that had all my plans in it. I had so many topics.
Is that the notebook you couldn't find earlier too?
No, it's a different notebook.
You've lost 2 notebooks today.
Anyways, I am here and I'm still standing despite losing everything and not being able to understand anything. But just so you guys know, there's a big prize that we're going to be giving away at the end of the podcast.
What?
One of us?
Yeah, so
To me?
everyone has to stay tuned.
Can I win the prize?
Yeah, it's for the 3 of you. It's not for anyone at home.
It's for all 3 of us.
Don't get your hopes up. It's for you 3.
Yes.
Not
Is
going
it
to
a
say what it
beautiful
is,
woman?
but at the end, you guys will know.
I know already in my
Yeah.
in my mind.
In my heart of hearts, it's a Nintendo.
You
I
can
don't
have
need
one
that.
for free out there.
Yeah, I don't need that.
I want that OLED Switch.
We
Sorry,
have that
go on.
little tiny Street Fighter arcade machine. Is there, hey, if you're in the comments and you bought one of those little novelty collector arcade machines and you actually use it, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what is that?
Please
What is
answer.
I don't know what he's
Don't
talking
tell
about.
us. Just answer. What's wrong with you?
Isn't it? I mean, like we could have one and put it here, and like that would be more useful. Than,
That's actually, we should
Yeah.
probably go get that and put
Yeah.
it there.
And
One
I
day.
ask you, to anyone watching or listening, if something's wrong with you, what's wrong with you? Let's have it out. You know
Exactly.
what? Let's
elaborate.
put it all on the table.
Okay.
All right,
Let's go to the
so-
darkest
Yes.
places.
A week ago, the last podcast came out. But what happened, it was pre-recorded. Why? Because some people were at RTX.
Which episode was
Yeah.
last week? Was that Soder?
It was soda.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the best
Soda.
soda.
Soder.
Pop.
So, I'm a Funhouse fan. I couldn't give a flip about Rooster Teeth. What's
Nope.
RTX?
Well, that's simple, John. I'm so glad you implied a question. It's Rooster Teeth Exposition, and it took place in Austin, Texas from July 1st to the 3rd, giving us time just enough at the end to celebrate our nation's independence.
On
Yeah.
a plane.
On a plane. Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about the RTX is that every year it's like around July 4th.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do a barbecue with my family in like 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, in 2018
Thanks, Bernie.
it was in August, but otherwise, yeah, it's been on July.
How'd you guys like it? I don't think I or anyone listening gives one shit about any of the panels or anything.
No.
Okay.
But-
I mean, that was a huge part
Just
of
the
the
experience. How was the experience?
So we're cutting out what we actually did.
Mm-hmm.
Just talking about. I feel like I can't
The
separate.
experience?
I filmed content there. That was
filmed
most of what
content.
I did. Is
Yeah.
walked
Yeah.
around with Rick and my old mini DV camera, tiny microphone, and we filmed a bunch
Wait,
of,
you have like an old, like a low
Yeah,
with the
I
high
actually
8?
brought
Oh,
it
I guess
here.
mini DV.
Yeah, I brought it here today.
I was a
but-
high 8 boy myself.
I got
She kept asking actually to be put on panels,
Oh.
Yeah,
and we said.
she
because
kept
I said that's all
being
there is,
forced
right?
out
No,
of the
course-
room.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
What
She
was-
kept showing up to panels front row with a mustache on.
Yeah, like Q&A, front of the line.
Great questions, though.
Really
Yeah.
poignant.
I have on my phone a 9-minute video of us sitting around a table drinking in the hotel where
With the
everyone
tiny
has the
microphone.
tiny microphone, which the gain is high on that thing, screaming
Yeah.
into it, peeking about the first time we all got fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really funny because it's just like, yeah, so I was like 15 and I
I know. I can't wait to see
You
that.
can't hear it.
I mean, yeah, besides the panels, it was hanging out and drinking.
It was hanging out and
talk about
drinking, eating food.
Hanging poolside,
I liked walking around the show floor when I could to like look at all the artist shops and stuff.
puppies.
Oh, I got the cutest little ramen pin that's like ramen and chopsticks. They're separate pins but connected by a chain. I have that here today.
I wish they would
Just
do that
go get
with
my bag of
ramen.
RTX stuff.
Like a chain from the chopsticks to the bowl, so I have to like, you know.
Well, in
not-
some of the more dangerous parts of Chinatown, they actually have that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
The chopsticks
I believe you.
are strapped to the desk.
Is
or
that
to
the
table.
same? Is that the same store that sells the AK-47 bong?
Yes.
A real thing that I found in China.
Very much so, yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's crazy.
For all y'all, last RTX was, 2019?
Sure.
And you guys were all at companies that don't exist anymore.
True.
Yeah.
well, Inside Gaming
True,
exists.
true.
The roundup is still posted.
Oh, does
Brian
it?
Yeah.
and Evan Campbell.
And Couch Hop exists through Brett's
the
TikTok.
spirit of its watchers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can catch all the highlight reels on Brett's TikTok.
So there
How
you
did
go.
it compare? Because
It's better.
Well, we weren't nobody losers anymore. We were the
that was
stars.
what I was
well-
insinuating.
We're arguably the most famous people in Texas when we were there.
Yeah.
Above anyone else in the company, above Joe Rogan and Elon Musk.
Well, they were out of state.
They were out of state
Yeah.
at the time. Yeah, they were at AnimeCon.
Yeah.
You guys got to meet Bobby Hill.
Bobby Hill. From King of the
From
Hill.
Arlen, Texas.
Oh, from he's a
boy.
comedian.
Nope.
You're talking about Bobby Lee?
He is.
Look at that shit-eating grin.
Not really. I introduced him.
Yeah, Patrick
Comedy
hosted
night.
the
That was
comedy night, and I performed stand-up comedy for the first time in a long time, and Lindsay filmed it for me,
I did.
for
Yeah.
her boyfriend.
Yeah, because he said, "Can you film Charlotte?
He wanted to
She's got
study
great
it.
timing."
Yeah, he wasn't allowed to sit in one of the 30 open seats.
I know. They told us this show
Really?
was sold out. There was some seats around us,
And
so
he couldn't even go in.
no.
Come on.
Very exclusive.
That was a
event.
hot
So-
ticket.
It was
It
sold
was a hot
out.
ticket.
Comedy night was a hot ticket.
Yeah?
I hashed
I was
some
seeing
stuff out.
all manner of slacks and emails of people begging to be let in.
All
Who's
manners of
calling you?
slacks. Sounds
Everyone
calling?
begging for a tight five.
Oh, sorry, butt dial.
I remember that term from Mondo.
Yeah,
'Cause
he's
I
always
knew
saying
type five was like a term in comedy.
Yeah.
But the first night I met him, he demanded a type five.
Well, here's the thing, which you can deliver. Everybody had 5 or 8 minutes. 2 people didn't go way over.
oh, really?
I think. I know Ryan went 4 or 5 minutes
Ryan
over.
went
Well, yeah.
11 minutes.
Yeah.
11
Yeah,
minutes.
that's yeah.
And
Okay.
also, real quick about Ryan, we might post it to like our member community page. So, like, if you want to see Ryan's stand up,
Ryan's stand-up was.
it's going to be
should
exclusive
not have been
somewhere.
as good as it was.
Yeah,
It was great.
that's
It was
all I'll
really
say
good.
about that. We
Yours
might
was
put it up.
pretty- Yours was right there on the time, I would say.
Yeah, well, that's because I never want to upset anyone, and I was first, and they gave me the light, and I probably had like a minute and a half or more left, and I was like, okay, I'll just do one joke and get out of here.
You did great.
Yeah,
I
it was
felt,
great.
I felt really good about it. I want to do more stand-up, so if anyone's booking in LA and watches this show,
No one watches this.
get at Patrick. He's my manager.
Yeah.
It was all apart from Bobby Lee. Were there any like actual comedians? Actual stand-ups?
Yeah. So
Mondo.
Paige from Cult Podcast.
She does
and
stand up.
So fucking
Mondo.
funny.
That was great.
Yeah.
Oh, she had
I
bits
love
about
it.
Because
hot dogs.
you said everyone went over. That if I was
No,
forced
the
to do
seasoned-
stand-up.
The seasoned comedians.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah,
When I, said
mean,
2,
they've earned
I
it.
was, of course, exaggerating.
Being
Oh.
And there were
hyperbolic.
several more who didn't.
Under exaggerating, yeah.
Guess
You're
what
being
I
deserved.
did
What'd you do?
Yeah, what
over
did
the
you do?
weekend of...
Did you go to Hot
Last
Pot?
weekend?
Did you go eat Hot Pot?
Did you go eat hot pot?
Did you get
Just
AC?
wish.
Was your AC running?
Did you get
Nice.
Hot Pot?
I should have.
You better go catch
I don't
it.
really know what hot pot is.
Did you go to the
No,
melting?
wait, I do. It's Korean. I love hot pot.
Did you go to the melting
Chinese,
pot?
I think.
What?
The melting pot?
No.
Should we
They
go-
don't see. You can't
Might
go to
be
the melting
Korean,
pot.
I
You
guess.
can't get a seat for one at the melting pot.
Smoke
I've
pot?
tried.
What, Benihana then?
Well, no, you can, but they'll be like, "We'd love to have you for dinner,"
And then it's-
and then you're like rotisseried over a fondue.
Well, I thought you did what your weekend job, which is where they serve,
Lubing
they
switches.
serve sushi on your nude body.
Oh yeah, but only my crack. No one knows it's me though. That's one of the great things about being a nude sushi model is that I think a lot of them think that I'm like a 23-year-old Asian woman because
No.
they put a sheet over
Because
me.
you're not famous.
Yeah, and my ass does not look like
Oh,
that.
so it's just the ass that's...
Yeah. I have a sheet over me, so it's just
like
a
open ass
plate-shaped.
surgery.
So my ass looks like a
Claws.
3-dimensional plate.
Well, I've seen your business cards around the office. Your LLC, Smith Sheemy.
What's the hourly?
Oh,
It's cheap.
terrible.
The party's
yeah.
so they don't keep
Abysmal.
him
I don't
around
do it
the-
for. It's not for the money.
No, it's the
It's
passion.
yeah,
or the
yeah.
faint of heart.
Yeah.
Come eat sushi if you dare.
On my fucking notepad.
Ass Sheemy.
Pardon my French. on my goddamn motherfucking notepad, I had so many topics for us to talk about. Like,
You don't
Where's your
remember a
notepad?
single thing you wrote
Is that
down?
your desk?
yeah.
Do you want to go get it? We can bullshit.
It might not be at my desk is the thing.
Do you
I
want
don't
to check?
wanna- let me pull them off the top of my head. Halo is a game.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's pretty
There
been any news
were
There's
some
like a Halo.
treasure hunters that claim that the FBI stole their Civil War era gold.
Okay.
There was a fish found that had a full mouth of human teeth.
It was a crab.
Oh, it was a crab.
It was a fish full of human crabs.
Yeah, it was a fish with crab's teeth.
Can we get that crab teeth human mouth?
Oh yeah,
I wanna see it.
the most important one. I got Rick to have a video.
Yeah.
Oh.
The goat with the longest ears in the world.
We know of him.
We are about to see him.
That's not real.
It is real because there's a video. Just wait.
This doesn't. Okay.
Just wait.
All right.
Is this like one of those things from like the internet circa 2007?
No,
like,
no.
You won't believe this goat.
Have you ever tried? Sorry. Have you ever tried looking up like biggest blank ever caught?
Mm-mm.
Like biggest shark ever caught?
Biggest
It's all
dick
photoshops.
ever caught.
And it's that's a common one.
It's a
And
common,
then it's
yeah.
constant. Like 99% of the photos are just wildly, clearly photoshopped.
Bad Photoshop.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
those
They're like
weird
insane
thumbnails.
photoshops.
Like here.
Where you're gonna really see it is big vegetables. That one guy that grows monster veggies.
Holy shit! Can you throw that up on the screen?
The one with the people might be real, I
Rick
don't
just searched biggest ever caught crocodile. That second one looks real. That one does not look real.
No, that one's real.
Oh wait, are
we
people
wanna
in the
put-
podcast seeing
Hey,
this?
is this my uncle?
know. Is it?
They're not seeing that. No,
They're not.
No,
seeing
they
that?
might be. He might be putting it on there.
it might be.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
my
they're seeing
god,
this.
Yeah, he's doing picture in picture.
that is real.
I mean,
Did you ask if that's your uncle?
It's a big animal.
Holy smokes!
I
Oh
don't
my
think,
gosh.
So I think
That's you
Going
think that's
off-
Photoshop? You idiot!
No. I'm iffy on this one. That's from National Geographic.
That's the second time today that I've called you an idiot, thinking that it would be funny and then immediately feeling bad that I did it.
so. This was the one shot by Christina Pawlowski.
That's using friggin', you know that thing where you hold the fish up to the camera.
That's how I sleep.
Sure.
Perspective?
Forced
Forced perspective?
Forced perspective.
What is
like when
this?
as we invade Iraq and suddenly all the soldiers are having to deal with giant camel spiders. No, it's a picture of a normal camel spider held up close.
Too close
Was
to the
this written
camera.
down in your notebook?
Yes, it was written down in my notebook.
That's real.
Can we bring up the picture of the video of the goat that I wanted to show everyone?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
greatest of all
I
time?
will try to do a serious explanation for
Wow.
audio listeners. All right, so what you're seeing is a baby goat suckling on a bottle. And you go, what are those things hanging off of it? Now they've picked up the goat and they're holding its ears out. Each ear is about 2 feet long.
That's Dumbo.
Now they're
Oh,
comparing
yeah.
it to Dumbo, so there's some. We need to blur that.
Is this video
for
from
copyright.
when is it? 2011? Can we scroll down?
Wow.
And see
No, this video is from yesterday.
Rick, when is this video from? Is this really this recent?
June
Wow.
11th, 2022.
June
This is a
17th.
brand new goat.
It's a new goat just dropped.
This goat is the next grumpy
New
cat.
goat just
Think so?
dropped.
Look, the guy who owns the goat bought a suit for the video.
Where is this?
Whoa.
Where are we?
So yeah, there's also a picture that we're gonna put up. And
We are in Pakistan.
Okay.
Pakistan.
Mentally, I'm there.
Yeah. Look at
Beautiful.
his little twirls at the end
It's
of his
longer than
mustache.
it goes all the way down to the legs.
She's
Yeah.
If
beautiful.
you guys could
So-
have one thing that was oversized on your bodies,
Come on.
what?
The
Your
hog.
mustache?
The hog, of
I'm
course.
talking about serious.
I
He
know.
is
I
being
think he is serious.
Just too much. Like way too much.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know what I
like-
mean? Like it's bad.
Okay. Well, that I think that's the rub, is something that's so oversized
Yeah.
that it's terrible. But you have to choose one thing.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think it would be my ears. Just like this goat. One, because it's adorable. Also, because could you imagine how far I could hear? I would be a wonderful spy.
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah, I don't know if that's.
Also, you'd probably shut it in a lot of doors.
Ooh, that could be an issue.
That would
Walking
I'd have
off
to
of a
get-
train?
I'd have to get bumpers for my ears.
I'm trying to think, like, weirdly, ears might be the one that is the least.
Could
Well,
it be
also-
like a single
like-
hair?
Oh, one single hair.
Just a giant log sticking
Like,
out of your head.
A nose would take up your entire face.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
you
this
couldn't
is-
see.
This
Couldn't
is
see
the
or
thing
eat.
too, especially Patrick. I think you have the kind of body type for this. When you become an old man, your ears and your nose are going to be enormous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
That's-
hairy.
And hairy, yeah, and that's
Yeah.
just gonna. Your ears are gonna be 3 times as big when you're 75.
Yes.
This is just gonna happen to you. So we should probably account for that and bigify something else.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I think
Big fight.
One long finger to dig into trees for bugs and,
that'd be
and
cool
nectar.
if it's like your pinky too.
I
Yeah.
would say like a fingernail.
Right.
Oh man, I just do my pinky nail so I could fucking
Yeah, a little-
snort it.
Oh, like a
feet
pizza
long.
spatula for when you're taking the pizza out of the brick oven, except it's just your pinky nail, so you could.
Well, I don't know about you guys. I have a toaster oven, and whenever something's finished toasting, I could grab the little pinchers and pull them out, but instead what I do is I put my hands really flat, and I do like operation to go in and take the thing out.
Yeah.
I've burned myself so many times.
Why are you still doing
I
it?
don't know. I always forget until I burn myself. I go, oh yeah, I have grabbers.
Yeah.
Grabbers.
I would probably want like a really big stomach so I could eat more.
So does that fuck up your like?
You can do that yourself. Just takes a while.
Yeah. Does it make your like?
No, I keep my trim figure.
Well, that kind of takes up.
So your whole inside
Well,
is
the
just a stomach, and
no,
there's
I get it.
I have no
Sure.
lungs.
Organs
No, yeah,
get
you have
pushed
no
into
organs
your
in your
arms.
stomach.
I'm just
goes
like-
down to your knees. It like
Internally.
goes over
organ.
and then goes down.
No. That's
Yeah,
cheating.
you go.
The
My tummy hurts.
Well, I already
No.
got this dump truck ass. Why would
No.
I want anything else big?
Well, you
Your
can
ass
always
is
go
just
bigger.
stomach.
You can always go bigger. But no, you don't get to just say it's a thing that doesn't affect
an
my
enigma.
day-to-day in any way.
I'm like the TARDIS.
Well, that's like me saying,
She's
oh, my muscles
bigger on
get
the
bigger.
inside.
Why wouldn't you say
all
that?
my
That's
muscles
cool.
get bigger. And
Oh,
I
my
look
muscles
good-
get
and
bigger, I
and
pick up
look- I just
cause.
look better.
That's cool. Why wouldn't you want that? Why are you
Or-
putting these
Of course
arbitrary
I would want
limitations
that.
on us?
Of course
If
I would
you-
want that.
I could. Sometimes you can't eat the last bite.
If you pick your dick and you go, I want my dick to be, but it's TARDIS style, so it's only bigger on the inside, and on the outside it's just normal. It's like,
Nothing ever comes out of it because it just constantly fills and fills and fills.
I've been trying to pee for months.
Yeah.
a never-ending reservoir.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's bigger on the inside.
And then like
Look,
It's like a.
she just thinks that's like a sexy pickup line. That's like, oh yeah, inside me.
It's like no, inside itself.
inside itself.
Yeah, it's a tesseract.
I changed my
I made a
mind.
weird deal with a genie.
I changed my mind. I now want to enlarge
sucks.
my balls to the size of a beanbag chair. So I don't know if you guys have seen that picture from like 1890 where it's a dude who has elephantitis on his balls and he's literally sitting on his balls.
Was this in your
No,
notebook?
Don't Google that. You can't.
he went incognito. Wait, he can show us, and we just don't.
You
have to
can show us. Yeah. Just make sure
Wait,
it doesn't go up
do we
on
all
the.
consent to seeing this
I don't
guy
wanna see
sitting on
this.
his elephant?
Well, then don't look. Don't look. Kenyon or no? Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, there it is.
That's
No,
enough.
no,
Yeah,
there it is on the bottom
that's
right.
plenty.
That's
That's
enough.
plenty.
It was on the bottom right. He's
We'll
literally
all
he was
look
doing like
it up
a,
later.
Does it have the?
You know when someone's like, "All right, we got to get down to business," and they scoot forward and they do like this?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing except it's his balls.
Oh.
The other
You
reason
wanted to talk
behind
about
that
Halo?
is that I could be a tanuki.
Like a
I don't
raccoon?
know. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, Tom Nook.
I don't know what to.
Oh, I totally remember. Skyrim Together.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Do you guys not know about this?
No,
I do.
I'm
So
unfamiliar.
years ago, this mod dropped for Skyrim called Skyrim Together, and it basically made co-op in Skyrim possible. But
Not good.
yeah, it was
Impossible.
broken as all hell. Jacob and I tried to play it / stream it together, and it was breaking constantly. Whenever we'd go through a loading zone, like into a cave or out of a cave, the chances of us just desyncing and not being able to find each other again were great. And so we ended up not playing it. Years later, I think some other team took the code and have built upon it, made it way better, supposedly, they're way more stable. Supposedly now this is like the official release, and supposedly 60,000 people have downloaded it in the past 3 days. Which
Really?
That's more than
Yeah,
can
we're
fill
gonna play this.
yeah, we're
right?
gonna play it.
Yeah.
Jacob sent it to me like the day it came out.
He
Well,
asked
yeah.
me to play it with him
He had probably
But
asked me
he didn't
first,
ask
I would-
me.
I would guess he can
Well-
me first.
because we're
Well,
playing.
no, I mean we have a history. So.
He did say, "Don't tell John, but I'm coming to you first."
Are you really?
Yeah.
And he
That's not
also
true.
said
I
to
don't believe
me,
you.
he said to me, he was like, "You, Lindsay."
Okay.
Well,
Well,
I was
I
in-
believe Patrick more and Lindsay.
I think what he
less.
said to Lindsay was, "Lindsay, you'll do."
He said nothing to
This
me.
with us, right? That's what he said.
Yeah.
You'll do this
You've
with
never-
us, right?
You've never played Skyrim.
I've never played Skyrim, no, but I have been in Jacob's house while he was taking a bath.
Have you played Oblivion?
No, why would I have played that? I don't play video games. I read
So
books.
wait, Jacob taking a bath.
Yeah.
Is
Listen,
it because
you lied.
he was doing his own thing, or did he say, "Hold on, I'll be back in an hour. I have to take a bath."
I was practicing with Loser Parade.
Right,
and
that's
he
what
took
I
a
figured.
bath. But
he drew a bath.
he did. He drew a bath. Yeah, we heard it, the water running. But yeah, I haven't played Skyrim. I bought a disc once at a used game store on South Street in Philadelphia. Brought it home. It loaded. It started spinning the dragon statue, and then it did that. It just did that. So I just never returned it or played it.
I only
And
ever
then The
played it
Witcher
on
3
Steam.
came out, and I just played that instead. And I had no want for a fantasy RPG.
That was the first game I played that like briefly ruined my life. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I failed a class.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. We each have one of those.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me.
No.
No, I've never gotten so far into a video game that like.
So absorbed into a
I've
video.
had
Yeah.
stuff affect my
Minecraft.
I've had
Almost
stuff
flunked out in
like
a semester.
minorly affect things, but not to that scale. I don't think ever again.
Yeah. I just remember whenever I think of Oblivion or Fallout New Vegas, I think of the audio commentary of Wet Hot American Summer because I loved that movie so much and the audio commentary is funny that I would
Put it
just
on.
play it and I'd put it on and I'd just play games and I've probably listened to the audio commentary like 6 times.
That's
One time, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna. In the same vein, when I would play GTA in high school, I would listen to Switchfoot.
Oh, and when I would watch
It was like
Top
yin and
Gear,
yang.
I would eat turkey sandwiches with barbecue sauce on them in my room in high school.
Weird.
Nice.
So I think of those together.
Gross.
It was actually really good.
I played. So when I played Skyrim, I was living in like a basement apartment in Minneapolis, and the only way in was through the outside. It just opened to the street.
Mhm.
It was like the staircase going down, and every once in a while we'd get people like sleeping or living in our little tiny
Yeah.
staircase. And one night I was playing Skyrim real late.
Oh yeah.
Should have been bed.
More like real early.
I get up to turn it off, and I look, and there's just a guy with like a big jacket, hood up, just standing right outside our door. And it was like one of the
Holy
most unsettling,
shit.
frightening things
Yeah.
I've ever. I, like,
Was he
went and-
watching you play?
I went and woke up my roommate and was like, yo, we got it. I think that we had like a weird back exit that went into like a boiler room, and I think we like kind of just went in there and we're like, are we about
Just
to
hiding?
Are we gonna die? Well, it was like you could get out of the apartment that way too. But
I had
I don't
a
know. Yeah.
roommate that told me apparently she didn't make as big of a deal as I would have hoped, but she told me that I was sitting in our living room with a balcony off to the right, first story apartment, but the balcony was like probably like 3 feet off the ground just by the way it was built. But ground level enough. And she said that I was playing video games with headphones on, and she said that there was a guy standing on the balcony looking through, and that she came and he ran away. And she was so nonchalant that when she told me this, I just picked up on her energy, and instead of going, oh my God, what the fuck? I went, huh, that is so strange. And it was only like weeks later that I was like, no, that's really bad, because
Yeah.
the door was open. It was only the screen closed. And
Yeah.
this
Holy
guy apparently was
shit.
just standing there, and she was like, yeah, so this happened. I was like, dang, that's so wild. And now it shakes me to my very core.
Yeah.
When was this?
Yeah, that's
This
creepy.
was like 2017,
Oh my
2018.
God. Here in LA?
Yeah, here in Los Angeles.
Jeepers
Oh,
creepers.
Sherman Oaks.
God's
God's country.
One time, my friend in this house we lived in Hillcrest, San Diego, the neighborhood. I forgot what I was saying for that little.
I've been there. I went to a coffee shop there.
Weirdly,
Yeah?
my story also happened in the Minneapolis neighborhood.
Really?
Yeah.
You know those gays? They're very, very. What?
Go ahead.
I remember I was in Minneapolis. I'm looking through this guy's
You've
window,
never-
right? I'm standing outside the door. It's like 2:30.
I've got a big parka.
I got a big parka on.
But it's right near downtown San Diego, so there's some seediness that kind of bleeds in.
Gaslight district.
always
Gas
go-
lamp
Gas
district.
lamp.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it
It's
when I was
something.
in the gas
And
lamp.
basically, long story short, my friend was like casually walking to our door, and he heard. "Ugh." He looked over, and there's this silhouette of a guy who just went, "Ah!" and just started sprinting at him. My friend was like, "Oh shit!" and like ran to the door, got the key, and like slammed the door closed
God.
as the guy came
Oh
up
my
to
God.
it was like a big metal screen door, and he was just like, "Ah!" and he
that-
said he was all like, his eyes were all bloodshot, and he was like
What?
missing teeth.
And that guy's gay?
Yeah, yeah. And he said, "Yeah,
You made it through the
see you at the
checkpoint,
club."
Oh, speaking of San Diego, did you see that clip from La Jolla of the sea lions chasing beachgoers?
That was
Oh.
awesome.
No.
awesome.
Thank
That-
God.
it was so
I'm guessing
cool.
it was on Seal Beach. Was it near like a long?
It was
line?
right down off that like cliff
that
kinda
jetty
area.
thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's
It was so cool. Oh, there's buttons.
They are
and-
massive too. I don't think you realize how
In
my
huge
back.
sea lions
It's
get.
real- oh, it's
They're-
coming loose.
it's so fucking
it is.
frustrating, especially. Oh no, that's not Seal Beach. What is that?
Oh,
It
I
says
don't
La
know.
Jolla Cove or something.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a little bit further up. It's near that road that comes down and curves down around.
That's so funny. Were they
Seal
trying to
Beach
like
more up
beat him
here.
up?
They're just like, get back here.
Those are all the cliffs over there.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I think
This
I
is-
might.
If you continue around
Oh yeah,
this,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's on the north side of
Crystal
La
water.
Jolla Cove.
Let's go there.
That's
La
interesting.
Jolla is
I've
beautiful,
never
and
been
the sea
there.
lions will make it a
Dangerous.
swift death.
Yeah.
So here's the thing about San Diego sea lions.
Okay.
Well, first, here's the thing about sea lions. They're where
like
they
where this is going.
breed.
To create the universe, you must make an apple pie. Otherwise,
Where they
oops.
breed and like basically tribe up.
Tribe up.
That is, I think, either called a rook or a rookery, something like that.
I think that's for birds, but
And once they choose
for the
that
birds.
place, they're never leaving.
theirs.
It is theirs. Wherever those
That's
sea
where
lions
California
migrated
gets its
from,
squatter laws.
however
from.
many hundreds of years ago,
Sea
they
lions.
chose that spot, and that is their spot. So at some point in San Diego, they're like, let's turn this into like a beach. And so there's a building, like a lifeguard station with the jetty that goes out, and the beach that was supposed to be, I think, a children's beach. That was the original intent, is it's this small kind of closed off one that was specifically for families. But the moment they finished everything, all the sea lions just came back and now just live there on that beach.
Right.
But there's still stairs, and for some reason they don't block it off. And people now, much more because everyone has a camera, get
these phones
as
of ours.
close as they can,
Yeah,
taking
yeah.
selfies. And like there are all these signs saying, like, getting close to the sea lion stresses them out and can prevent them from breeding, and like all this stuff. And
Yeah.
people are just like, yeah. So hearing that people in San Diego are being chased off the beach by sea lions, it just warmed my
Nature
heart.
is healing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're the
Yeah.
virus.
And the best part is that there's like a whole like society of people advocating for the seals, but then there's a whole other society of people, all the rich people in La Jolla Cove. They're
They want
like,
to
fuck the
exterminate it."
seals.
Yeah, it's
the
awesome.
seals.
Well, the seals are like cute and little, right? And then the sea
Oh, yeah,
lions
sea
are
lions.
just these massive
Yeah.
hunks
Yeah.
of flesh, and like it's like dogs to wolves.
Yeah.
It's like you got the little pups, and then you've got a vicious creature
Mm-hmm. Very much
that
so.
could
Yeah.
that could. Although, I mean, when I've been there, I've definitely been closer than you would normally be to a wild animal such as that. But I keep enough of a distance. But it's so funny because they sun like sardines, just like 8 of them in a row, and they're
yeah.
all as close to each other as possible, baking on the rocks. And I was there with my sister, and one just was like sat up and went, oh. And it went, and started throwing up, and then immediately tilted down and directed the flow onto the one next to it. It was like, it just went, and then the other one next
Was
to
it
it,
saltwater or was it sick?
vomit. It was like
Oh my
creamy
God.
vomit.
It ate some bad
but
fish.
the one next to it was just like, ugh. Then just turned over a little bit.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
the
so
best
funny
thing about
'cause it-
animals.
They don't give a shit.
Because it was like,
Okay.
and I think that we should try that.
Just everybody go out to the beach and
throw up on each other?
We should all lay down next to each other really close.
I think you two can try it and that'll be fine.
No, this is a
Oh,
group
Lindsay,
thing.
get in
This
here.
is
The
a
vomit's
big
great.
group, Yeah. It's all Funhouse has to be there. It doesn't work.
I love all creatures, all manner of beasts.
Yeah.
I mean that.
Not me. I think there's sea lions. Done.
You stand with the
And on that,
No more.
innocence of Lahore.
on that,
Get them out of there.
you said death to all sea lions?
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this ad break. Thanks, John. Now, those big wireless providers forget that families come in all shapes and sizes. That's why Mint Mobile decided to shake up the wireless industry with their brand new Modern Family plan. Each line starts at $15 a month, and you only need 2 lines to get started. No matter how big or small your family is, you deserve to save on your wireless service. Now, I have no friends or family in my life, but I can tell you, personally, I use Mint Mobile, and it's amazing. And by amazing, I'm not saying it's better than any other brand. I'm saying that it's just as good. Why? Because they all use the same satellites, okay? So why are you paying more for the same thing? It's a satellite. Anyways, all plans come with unlimited talk and text and high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. See? Largest 5G network. Why? Because it's a bunch of satellites that everybody uses. Freaking big wireless companies make me mad. Not like Mint Mobile. Plus, Mint Mobile's Modern Family plan lets you mix and match data plans, so everyone gets the amount of data that's right for them. My mom watches crazy amounts of cat videos. She hates cats, so I don't know why she watches them. Anyways, use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same number along with your existing contacts. Get your grandma, your aunt, your nephew, your estranged wife. Get them all on the same plan for $15 a month. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premier wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your wireless plan for just $15 a month, including the Modern Family plan, go to mintmobile.com/FHPod. That's mintmobile.com/FHPOD. Cut your wireless bill down to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/FHBOD. Wow, that was a great ad read, John. Thank you, John. Anyways, Upstart. Saying goodbye to high-interest credit card debt is one of the first steps towards financial independence. But the interest month after month can feel like you're in a never-ending hamster wheel. I know it. You know it. Hamsters know it when they're in a wheel. Okay? We all know what wheels look like. It was one of the first things invented, okay? Catch up. That's where Upstart comes in. Upstart-powered personal loans can help you pay down high-interest debt all online with simple and easy-to-understand payment terms. Upstart has helped over 1.8 million customers on their path to financial freedom. Whether it's paying off credit cards, consolidating high-interest debt, or funding personal expenses, Upstart can help you get one fixed monthly payment with a clear payoff date. Upstart knows you're more than just a credit score. So rather than looking at your credit score alone, Upstart's model considers other factors like your income, your employment, and other information provided in your loan application to find you a smarter rate for your loan. I don't understand it. I'm not the one determining your loan. It's a robot or something. I don't know. Trust them. They got it figured out. They're a whole company that does this stuff. Clearly, they know what they're doing. You can check your rate in minutes for loans between $1,000 and $50,000 without impacting your credit score. So just go check it out. You need some money? Go check it out. You can even receive funds as fast as 1 business day after accepting your loan. I've gotten a loan from Upstart, and it came the next business day. Now don't wait. Check your rate today at upstart.com/FHPod. That's upstart.com/FHPOD to check your rate today. It's only 5 letters, okay? Don't forget to use our URL to let them know we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit income and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/FHPod. Take it away, John. Back to you. Hello and welcome back. Just a reminder, at the end, there will be a very special prize for one very special person, so you definitely want to stick around.
I thought all three of us got a prize.
I figure most of you left the moment we said the letters RTX, but it's fine. Whoever's still here.
People want to go to big events.
I know, but it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but so
they can't go to this one.
They already announced this
We didn't
next
bring it
one
up.
next year.
Yeah, who brought it up? Come on, Lindsay. Way to go.
RTX we talking about?
I miss E3.
Really?
Yeah, because I would always go.
I don't
It's
think it's
fun
what
to
it
go.
used to be, though. Well, I mean, when it was still happening. 'Cause
Yeah.
I came after the fun was had, when it was no longer an
When it
industry
wasn't,
event.
yeah.
I got
That
the
is when it
media
was
badge,
best.
But like
We still have a fond E3 memory, I think, which was seeing Tim Sweeney just
book it through
going
the crowd.
down hammering down a churro.
Yeah, the richest guy I've ever
Ooh.
seen with my own two eyes, and he was going nuts on a churro as he speed walked.
Was he wearing his purple suit?
No, he was
No.
real casual.
He was really casual, like a hoodie and like
Around the waist.
gray jeans, maybe tied around his waist. He had the hoodie. Yeah, and he was just like motoring through these people. It was Mr. Fortnite himself.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't even know who that was.
I don't either.
He's the CEO of Epic Games.
I know what
Oh.
churros are, though.
I thought you were talking about the guy from Double Fine.
I don't
Todd
remember his name
something.
now.
I went to E3 one time with Jacob because
Holy
Jacob is a huge Destiny guy, and I guess so much so that they know that, and they invited Jacob. Or no. They invited Funhaus, but then they sent Jacob
Yeah.
to their. I forget what it was called, but it was like a new game mode called Gambit, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
the,
we got to
The
play
Drifter.
that. We got to play that before it came out.
Wow.
But Jacob and I were like, oh, we gotta go early to like make sure that like we're there on time. So Jacob and I went and just like walked the floor for a few hours. And at one point, there were these two actors in full zombie makeup being zombies. Like it was for a promotional zombie game. And it was at that moment that I realized that I don't take chances with zombies.
Just in case.
You were like, maybe it's real.
I literally in my head was like, I'm not going to go near them just in case.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, that's so stupid, but I'm still going to do it.
Just in case.
Well, I also have a 3-strike rule with apocalypses that if I see a giant blockade, or not blockade, but
Crowd, stampede.
no, like a trail of
wave
cars, like
Oh, yeah.
All leaving a town.
Traffic.
Yeah.
but of all military vehicles. You know those big trucks?
Like a convoy.
Yeah, convoy. If I see a big convoy and I don't understand why, that's why I turn it on. It's like,
So that's strike one.
turn it on. That's
You're
strike
from
one.
San Diego, though. That's like not
Well,
even
yeah,
that
it happens all the
unusual.
time.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Yeah.
that nuclear
There's a
installation
lot of-
just up the road.
There's a lot of military bases, and it happens a lot. So most of my adolescence was being ready.
And you
Fair
also
enough,
had many ETs come down in the woods near your house, and so
That's true.
that would happen a lot, and you would befriend it, and every single time the military would come in and kind of shut things down and take control and decontaminate.
Yeah.
And it was
But
always
actually, it was a lot. It turned out it was still alive, and the flower came back to life.
yeah.
And then you and your friends would get on your bikes and take it out to the woods, where you would put it.
You're kind of an
where you would
ET
give it a dignified death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You would
kind
put
of
it
an
down.
ET magnet.
Yeah.
Just kept happening.
I actually, I don't know if I've ever told anyone this. I actually lost my virginity to a giant fish woman.
Really?
Yeah.
No fooling.
From Venus.
That's sick.
It's true. It's
Am I missing a
real
reference
story.
here, or is this original?
No, you guys are talking about a bunch of ETs landing.
Yeah,
I
but
was
then
like,
you
What's your
introduced
strike two?
you introduced original John Tent.
Murder.
You don't do murder.
No, if I
Or-
see someone get murdered by
So-
someone else's mouth, then
Oh,
I know.
zombie murder.
Then I go strike two.
Okay.
So
Oh,
So it's
okay,
if I see an abundance of military activity and someone get eaten to death, Then there's one more strike, and if I see anything else, then I know that
And
the
the
zombie
third strike
apocalypse.
But what do you
is-
do?
What's the third strike?
Like, what do you do in that scenario if you see all three strikes? If
You running?
Find a boat.
Also, that okay. Well, I don't know. 3 strikes policies, I think, are typically put in place to protect the policy holder, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that seems like they're like, hey, if these 3
or to
things
put
happen,
people in jail for stealing some pretzels for the rest of their
that's
life.
true.
That's
yeah.
also a common use
That's
of
true.
the 3-strike
But it's
policy.
like I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but it sounds like your 3 strikes are allowing things to get to the worst possible place before you get a boat.
Yeah.
I just don't want to overreact.
No.
So
I
your
don't
3
think-
strikes are actually
I
keeping you
see,
from
I
reacting.
see. So
Yeah.
you're keeping your reactions in until you hit all 3. So if you just see military convoy, you're skeptical, but you're not.
I go,
You
that's
ju-
a lot of military
Right.
for one place. Wonder
Yeah.
what they're doing.
And if you see somebody get eaten to death, you go,
No military conflict.
I go, that's a weird way to go.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
for me.
Might just be a coincidence. Might be an
Sure.
isolated
I'm gonna
incident.
keep an eye on this. Let me update the Citizen app.
Yeah.
See if make sure. everyone
man
knows
eaten to
what's going
death.
You ever
Man, bath
been
salts.
eaten to death?
on. At
I actually this
World
weekend
Star Hip Hop.
I learned that bath salts. I'm revealing how much of an idiot I am.
Mm-hmm.
I learned that bath salts are also not a drug. I thought that it was just a term for bath salts, like crocodile. I thought it was just a term. It's a salt amphetamine.
I see what. Yes.
Uh,
That there's a real product called bath
yeah,
salts.
yeah,
that is-
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I walked into Sprouts yesterday to buy a chuck roast.
I don't know why that's so funny.
USDA choice or what? Probably USDA.
It was
choice.
USDA
Or was it
choice, yeah.
select? It was choice.
It was
Okay,
choice.
good.
And I looked to my left, and it was like toiletries, hair and shampoo, bath salts, and
and you were like,
there
John's
was
gonna have a fun.
there was
night.
like it was maybe 120 milliseconds where I went, "What the fuck?" And then, no, you're a dumbass.
So
It's salt you put in a bath.
Yeah.
yeah,
there was
fizzes it
a-
up. It smells nice.
there was an army surplus store me and my friends would go to in downtown Minneapolis when we were younger because they would sell illegal weapons,
Mm-hmm.
which is just
Like cool stuff though.
what you want. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
cool. You get
Like butterfly knives.
butterfly knives, switchblades,
Oh, yeah.
brass knuckles, all
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
that we would never have any use for, but
Did you get any
desperately,
telescoping
Did they have the-
batons?
desperately needed.
The switchblade comb.
Probably. But so apparently the way that some of those places can get around selling this stuff with like say brass knuckles is it's sold as a paperweight.
Yeah.
It's not a weapon. It's a
Really?
Right.
paperweight. So my
Yeah.
buddy, we're in there and he's trying to be like kind of slick, and he's like, "How much for that paperweight?" And the woman working goes, "You talking about the brass knuckles?" Okay. So you're just openly selling very illegal shit just in this storefront downtown. Okay, got it. Cool.
That's
Yes.
so
And yes, I
funny.
will take one.
Wait, what you should have done afterwards was gone. She said brass knuckles. brass knuckles.
Copy. But I love that when there's just like some dumb. I mean, it's like all those chemical, like the drugs that are just like a series of letters and numbers.
Yeah.
That are technically that particular series of letters and numbers has not yet been made illegal. So it's you can buy it at a gas station.
That was what spice was, right? And that's what I guess Delta 8 is maybe.
K2 and all that.
Yeah,
stuff,
like for those of you youngins, spice was, at least when I was in high school, was like basically legal weed.
but probably horrible.
Yeah, and it was basically that it had been put through so many chemical processes that it, on a technical like chemical level, it did not identify as weed anymore.
Yeah.
In the sensors or whatever. So they were allowed to sell it. And the only story I've ever heard of someone smoking it is he smoked a bunch of it and then kept accusing people of hoaxing him. And that was the only word he would use. He's like,
did you hoax me?
"You guys made me smoke this thing. You're hoaxing me." And then he bent over and threw up the most ever that anyone has ever seen.
Did he also gain prescience?
No, but
What about the ability to navigate the stars?
Yeah.
his penis fell off.
That'll happen.
Does that
Yeah.
happen to the
Don't do
Spacers
drugs.
Guild?
Don't do drugs.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Stare.
Speaking of smoking some stuff up, Lindsay, my always pan arrives today.
Oh.
Non-stick.
Pan, non-stick.
It's a pan. It's a very good pan. I bought
pan.
one a couple months
Ceramic
ago.
Making hash or
And I told her about it. No,
it's
cooking.
I'm gonna get some carne asada probably.
Oh,
She's saying she's gonna
you're
burn
talking
a
about
bunch of
you're
food.
gonna
in a
burn your
pan.
food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just smoke it up.
Smoke
I
it
was
up.
like,
Yeah, that's burning.
What is smoking a pan?
I'll smoke it up. I'll
get a
smoke
little,
because you want the oil to smoke a little.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you do.
you
want
just
a little
want it
bit
to
of-
the
a little bit of
smoking
smoke
point.
Come off the oil.
No, you don't want it at the smoking.
You
point.
want it right
want it
above
right
smoking.
there. You want it. You want it to smoke for a blip, and then you go whoop.
I think
You want
you
to
want it where you
season
drop
your
bread
pan,
in.
which means you put in whatever oil of your choosing. You turn the burner all the way up, and you leave for 8 or 9 hours.
No.
And
First of all, you're thinking of a cast iron.
Go
not
see a movie.
Don't
Go
you
to
shouldn't do
go
that.
to Six
Shouldn't do
Flags.
that.
What color did you get?
I got the one that was on sale, so it's just like charcoal colored. Unfortunately, I
That-
wanted the green one or the pink one.
Green one.
There's no way I haven't told this story before, but I used to have a real bad drinking problem, and I went to make ramen one night in I guess a blackout, and I woke up to just an empty pot with a roaring burner underneath it
Holy
because
shit!
the water had all boiled.
Oh, you didn't even get to putting the ramen in.
No, I put the water on to boil.
That
and then,
actually might have been
I
for
think
the
I
best.
sat in the chair and was just like, woke up.
It's
8 hours
dangerous
later.
and bad, but we can
Yeah, I
laugh
don't.
now.
I mean, I don't do that anymore. Just be careful.
well, no, you do it, but you do it sober.
Yeah.
You sit and watch.
Just be careful if you're
Mouth agape, eyes rolled into the back of your
Pass out.
head.
Yeah,
Um,
that's dangerous. Starting projects, wasted. That's
Yeah.
dangerous.
I have a similar
Taking a
story.
shower.
It's actually
dangerous.
similar to two of your stories.
Okay.
I did that with a bath
Um,
recently.
Last night, I re-upped on some edibles, and I placed the order, and then completely forgot about it, and then went to go outside, and then I was like, wait, don't I have something? And I looked at my phone and was like, your driver's here. And I went, ah, shit! And I sprinted outside. So I didn't burn my house down.
I didn't either.
Did you get the edibles?
I didn't either.
Well, yeah, when I went outside, I joked with him. I was like, I was ready this time because I had laid out like my tip and my card. Because last time he showed up and I didn't know where my wallet was, and it took me like 3 minutes to find my wallet. And the guy was like, "It's all good. Take your time, man." So this time I made that joke. I was like, "Oh, I actually came prepared. Last time I couldn't find my wallet." And he went like at the top of his lungs in the middle. He like just stopped his car in the middle of the street. So we're in the middle of the street. He goes, "Yeah, man, I totally get that. Us stoners need to stick together, man." And he just started like going off about like smoking weed and like how he loves it. And I was just like looking around being like,
This man.
yeah, I'm not ashamed of like me doing a legal drug, but I don't want everyone like the 30 people around like in the
This guy
buildings
has
around
found
me.
his calling. Like, I wish I felt that way about like video content.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah, us editor, producer, content creators have got to stick together. We've got to make gameplays.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you guys.
And this guy was
understand-
gay.
He was gay. Yeah.
You live in the gay part of
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
I'm in the gayborhood within Burbank.
Oh.
It's just a little 2-block
Yeah.
perimeter.
And it's called that because like one gay guy lived there in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the
It
name
used
back
to-
then was much worse.
Yeah.
It was Burt Bank.
All the neighbors were like, "Did you see who moved in?"
There's a homo on the block.
Well, I actually didn't know. Speaking of demographics, neighborhood demographics, I didn't know that Glendale and Burbank had such a large Armenian population.
And rivalry.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Glendale. Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's like what it's known for.
I've never. I mean, my brother lived
Well,
in
the
Burbank,
Galleria.
but I've never
Cafe
spent
and the
much
Galleria.
time in Burbank.
Americana.
But I got
Brand?
so confused, and I was like, I was thinking that maybe I was, I mean, for want of a better term, being racist or something, and thinking that the same old person I saw walking by, I was thinking they were a bunch of different old people, because every day I just see like so old people just walking with walkers and stuff, and it's like, how do they have so much energy, and why do they all have the same like all the old dudes have like the same thick eyebrows and stuff? And I was like, these guys, like,
Eyebrows.
am I crazy? But then I Googled it, and Burbank is 15%
Yeah.
Armenian.
Yeah.
Glendale
Glendale's
as
probably
well.
more.
Yeah, Glendale's more,
Glendale's
I think.
probably more.
For some reason, that made me really happy.
I don't know
why. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Because
Get some good food.
you get some good food, and everything around me is like a block or two away, and it's family owned. So there's the grocery store,
that's true,
family owned on my corner.
Yeah.
Laundromat, 2 blocks away. They do fluff and fold. It's cheap. It's run by some old people. Everything's run by old mom and pops.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it. And I'm not a racist.
Coming out.
It was dozens of
pro-Armenian.
old people.
My building's all old people, for the most part.
Really?
A little bit of turnover with some younger folks, which is a little scary. The neighborhood's going to shit.
I like that guy, your neighbor, who leaves his gigantic windows wide open and just sits looking out of them.
No, he sits at his computer desk always, constantly, but he does have these big windows that open into the courtyard. And when you walk, he will turn and watch you. And that guy's like plenty nice. He's the one who was reaching. I've told this story on the podcast. He reached out past me to hold the door open as I was going in, and I thought he was trying to offer a hug, and so I leaned into him.
I remember this story. I remember this story.
No.
I opened he said, after you, usually he says, women, ladies first, or you're beautiful, which is always nice. He's always showering me with compliments, so maybe I thought there was something there. But
Little spark.
I opened the front door. He puts his arm out, and then I was like, oh, okay. And I like tuck in to him, and I lean my body into this guy.
So like physical contact?
Yeah, like I'm like this, his arm's over me like it's around me, and he was like, oh. And I look, and I realize his arm is holding the door behind me, so it's still open when he needs to go through it after me.
Oh, no.
And
Did you feel butterflies before you realized what
I
was
felt
happening?
it was less butterflies in me and more when you feel like spiders are crawling over your back, neck, and shoulders. And I was like, and I was like, ran in there because he's slow. He doesn't do stairs
can't
very
get you,
quick.
yeah.
I think he does the elevator, but like I was mortified. I was just like,
And
oh,
what are those
no.
cross streets?
So the cross streets are I'm at Western and 8th.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
You
Don't
said
get at me.
8th, right? Not
Yeah.
8th, just 8th.
Yeah, like an eighth of weed.
AITH.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You ever go to the gas stations that have like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
the gas stations that have the drug section?
No.
You probably have.
Is
Where
it
you can,
the
like,
drugs
Like
put
are
out
the
next to the
goat
bath
pills
salts?
or whatever?
Horny,
Goat weed?
Not horny goat weed.
You
This
get
is
out a
like-
little nozzle and it puts little like
No, but
pre-ground weed into
They've got
your-
like the little roses, crack pipes. You know, the little
Oh.
roses
Where
in
is
glass
this?
vials.
Western and 8th.
No, these are just all over the place.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
get what
guys
you're
have probably
saying now,
seen
yeah.
it and
You
just
get-
didn't
yeah.
realize
I'm probably
what
like,
it
what a
was.
gorgeous
you can
little
buy
rose.
you can buy a 10-pack of socks for paint.
Oh.
Wait. You,
For huffing.
you spray
Into
a sock down
No,
with
you
spray
like fill
paint?
it.
Spray it in the
You, like,
inside and then you-
Oh.
There's a few
Yeah.
other things too. I don't remember. There was always like a convenience store we'd go to when I was like younger. That not to buy that shit, but
No, yeah.
Never huffed
chore
paint.
boy
What is
for
Strobe?
crack, to smoke crack with.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
steel wool kind of.
Do you have to paint?
I have
No,
to pee.
I've never huffed paint.
Me neither.
Do you
Never
what?
huffed paint.
Huff paint.
Oh,
I
they
huffed
said, do you
glue
have
on
to
accident.
pee? And I said,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh.
Was it a rock and buzz?
It was trippy.
I
was in,
can
like-
picture you passed out in the middle of a room with the tarp on the floor and one ladder.
Like you very clearly weren't trying to huff glue.
Yeah.
And I
You know,
mean,
so
Also very clearly huffed glue.
when I was in 8th grade,
face down
Yeah.
too, arms at your side.
for
Little
some
ass
reason,
sticking in
like
the air.
it became a trend in my family to buy me like model airplanes and stuff. Even
That
though I
happened to me
wasn't
with
into
juggling and
airplanes
magic
or the
kits.
military or anything, that became like a thing for a few birthdays and Christmases. I would just get those. And I remember I got like an aircraft carrier or something, a big battleship, and I was gluing it, and I had just moved into my brother's room because he had just gone off to college. And I was so excited to be in this new room of mine. I had my door closed for privacy because my previous room just had like a little slidey thing.
You were in a small area cordoned off in the middle of the living room.
It used to be like a little laundry nook that they converted because we didn't have enough bedrooms for all
like
3
Harry
kids.
Potter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had a loft bed, so it seemed like I had more space.
Sure.
So door closed, just going at it with all this glue for like 2 hours straight. And then I stand up and like everything's a little warpy, and I realized I have like a splitting headache, and I was like, wow. And I just remember the rest of that night being so crazy, but I didn't realize that I had huffed glue until 10 years later, and I was
You never do.
holy shit.
You were high off glue.
Yeah. The only person I've ever known to huff paint, apart from Charlie Day, is fictionally. This is real. There's this documentary called Underground Children. It's about these gangs of homeless children that live in the underground subways of like Moscow.
Mm-hmm.
And
those are good tunnels.
They all huffed paint.
I've been in one.
Oh, okay.
So it's all these 7-year-olds with like silver all over their face and stuff, like walking the streets. It was really sad. But then whenever I think of huffing paint, I just think of like a little Russian kid being like, ah! It's very sad.
Oh, where are we at?
Okay. Weird news. This was the big competition that we were going to have.
Oh, can we play the weird news sting?
I actually used to have a sting.
Weird news.
I think it was, what's that you say? Is that what it was?
That's good, though.
Do you remember, Lindsay?
It
was when I hosted the podcast.
What are you talking about? I worked at
When I was in rotation, this is during quarantine. When I was in rotation, I had a segment on the podcast. At the end of the podcast, I would read off a bunch of weird news, and you guys would have to predict which one was the fake one.
Well, not you. What do you mean, you guys? We weren't on it.
Yeah.
None of us were.
I mean, the gang, the collective, you guys.
Oh, I never watched those.
Hey, you guys, like the Goonies.
What's the segment? Show us.
It's
Ask
weird
us.
news. I have all the news written on my notebook, so I can't. But here, I'm going to pull them all off the top of my head.
All
Okay.
right, let's go.
First one.
The goat with the ears.
I already mentioned this
Real.
one. FBI steals Civil War gold from treasure hunters.
Okay.
We have to say yeah.
The FBI. No. Hold your horses. You're getting ahead of you're getting ahead of it.
The lights
Lindsay.
are hurting my eyes.
Quit trying
I
to
know.
cheat,
It makes me like drowsy.
guys.
What's
I'm
up?
explaining the rules to this.
I'm
obscure
listening.
game. So these treasure hunters find a site and they say, "Holy smokes, this is from the Civil War, but there's a body, there's a skeleton.
What?
So we need to report it." So they reported it, and the FBI came out because I guess for some reason, if it's historical enough,
Yeah.
it's like a
True.
federal thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they came out
We all know this. Yeah.
Yep.
and
Listening.
checked out the site, exhumed the body, took the body, but then when the Civil War racists came back, they said, "Where's all our gold?" Because they'd also found gold with the body.
Yeah, you gotta take the gold with you.
FBI
That's
says they
illegal.
found nothing of worth. Treasure hunters claim differently. Second, possibly fake news story. A goat with really long ears.
Fake.
And there were two more, but I can't remember what
Crab
they
with
were.
teeth.
God.
So
Crab
one,
with
only
teeth?
one
Oh
is
yeah,
real.
crab with teeth.
Oh,
Crab with teeth found. It was a crab with a full mouth of teeth discovered.
they looked like
it
human
literally
teeth.
looks like you shoved
We didn't
a
see that?
set of baby dentures
show
in.
you.
Do you remember that crab
No,
fish?
you don't know if it's real or not
Oh,
yet.
sorry.
Do you remember that
Um,
crab fish?
And the fourth one,
It was a fish with like crab pincers that someone had just stuck onto it after
What was
they
the
fished
fourth
it out.
one?
the fourth one was that it turns out you guys might not have heard this
Because it may be false.
Yeah.
because it might be false. Millie Bobby Brown lost every single appendage in a car accident.
This is breaking.
This is the real one.
This is breaking.
This is breaking. Yeah.
Okay.
It's false.
think
That's false. Do I get the prize?
No, this is the real one. This one doesn't count. This is one.
FBI stealing gold is definitely fake because they wouldn't do that.
No, they would not.
I think it's a matter of worth.
correct.
Yeah.
All right, which other ones are? Wait,
Okay.
what? No.
Sure.
Hold on.
That is.
Hang on.
So two are real and two are fake?
Only
I
one
think
of them
they're
is
all-
fake.
They're all real.
There's how many?
Only
stories
one of them is fake.
I think that the crab full of teeth is obviously not a real thing, but like,
No, it is.
There it
but
is.
it could be, but they could have found it.
Only one is real. The goat. The goat.
Mother
Is
Nature
real.
did her best. The goat's real. I think the FBI is real.
I'm saying the goat's real, but the ears are fake. It's a wig.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm saying crab fake.
You guys are all wrong.
Yeah.
All of them are fake except for Millie Bobby Brown now being armless and legless.
Because of
Okay.
an
What's the
accident.
prize that we
Yeah.
don't get?
Oh yeah, we get a prize, right? Pass that out. Probably one for each of
Got
us.
something in his pocket.
Y'all did a good job.
It's a Wario token
Okay.
that I
We
got
have to
from
keep- we have to
Nintendo
keep
Kinder
this
Egg.
if we win it.
Actually, no. None of you won.
I won.
You guys all got it wrong.
I don't need any more shit.
Reflect in your heart. Who won?
Who did the best job?
I was never.
I can tell you
planning on
who
giving my
lost,
coin
and
away.
it's the audience.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Rick, do we have we shot enough time?
Was this
Have
chaos?
we filled our quota?
Did this flow anywhere?
5 more minutes.
No, but that's okay.
We can talk about things that are happening in our lives.
I'm cutting it now.
Let me think.
Oh, I could take a nap. Dude, these lights.
I would
Yeah, these
love
lights-
to take-
Wow, this was such a great podcast, you guys. Obviously, I came so prepared. We were all so high energy.
I think it was good.
Yeah.
I can't believe that we finally made it through. We could talk for another 3 hours if we wanted to, but
Easily.
sadly, we have to go.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Long live Wario.
Well,
Is he
long
sick?
live war.
See you back next week.
Yeah, Wario
Let me
lost
see.
both his arms and legs.